Welcome back to the Locks of the Day podcast. This is episode 87. I'm here with Zach. We're gonna lock you in with our favorite bets for NFL Week 14. Also lock you in with another anytime touchdown parlay last week. Cash plus 1,600. Some people got a 25. Some people had a boost on it. But let's go back to back here with those anytime tutties. I'm gonna fire off my three-star right off rip. It's gonna be Saints Bucks over 41. It's a minus 120. I think this line's a little too low, especially now that Tampa has their complete run game back with Bucky Irving. Not worried about them putting up points. They could hit the over themselves depending on how Baker Mayfield's feeling that day. But the Saints, they've been moving the ball recently a little bit better in recent weeks, putting themselves in scoring position with Tyler Shuck at QB. Bucks and Saints have already played once this year. Bucks won 23-3. That was also with Spencer Rattler at QB, and he only managed 136 yards. So a little bit different. Shuck's been averaging like over 220, 230, moving the ball efficiently. But yeah, that first game went really below this 41 and a half, but Bucks defense have been pretty shitty and taking a beating these last, honestly, like this last month, last 4 weeks here, letting up 28, 44, 34, and recently 17, but that was against the Cardinals. And with the first game really going under and the Saints having an over-under record of 3-9. I think the over is due, and it's not a crazy amount of points to ask for. 41, I think it's pretty easy. So Saints Bucks over 41 minus 120. It's a three-star. Zach, what do you got, Keb?
Yeah, so for the two-star, we got a prop for you. It's going to be Derrick Henry, 80 plus rushing yards at a minus 120. This week was tough. Couldn't really find one that was looking juicy, and then I found this one. Derrick Henry right now is at 930 yards. He does have an incentive in his contract. He gets 750K, I believe it is, for hitting for hitting 1,000 yards each season that he's with the Ravens. So this season so far, he's gone over 100 yards 4 times. He has gone over 70 yards 3 times as well. So he's hitting right at this mark, but 70 yards this week was a little bit too juicy. It was like a minus 220. But 80 plus yards is a minus 120, and I like it. And the reason why I do like this is because this game is meaningful for both teams. The winner of this game does end up taking the AFC North lone a top first place by themselves. I didn't know where I was going with that, but anyways, we got that game is going to be interesting because the Steelers are really banged up right now. And the being that Aaron Rodgers will be playing, but TJ Watt's still questionable. Kyle Duggar already got named out. The Steelers already have 3 or 4 starters already out on the defensive end as it is, and it may just get worse. On the Ravens side of things, they were playing really pretty well for the most part. Sucked last week. I think they're going to come out this week and they're going to try to feed Lamar early, make sure he gets going early, and they might try to go up by a couple touchdowns. But I also expect Derrick Henry to get 20 plus carries in this game because they don't have another running back. And if this Steelers defense is going to be banged up, I think by like the third or fourth quarter, if the Ravens do have a lead, they are just going to run the ball and run the ball and run the ball down the Steelers' throats because that's what they're going to want to do. They're going to want to establish a run because the Steelers do have a decent offense, but at the same time, their run game is very iffy. You don't know who's going to go off. If Aaron Rodgers is playing hurt, you really don't know what's going to happen. And on the Ravens side of things, they just need Lamar to get going. And it's going to be one of those things that if Lamar does get going, it's going to open up Derrick Henry. And even if he doesn't, they're just still going to run Derrick Henry down their throat anyways, because that Steelers defense is going to get tired. And honestly, 80 plus rushing yards isn't a lot for a game that's going to kind of feel like a playoff game because, like I said, these two teams are 6-6. And as funny as it sounds, the Bengals are breathing down their ass because they're 4-8. They're only a couple games out. They get a couple lucky breaks with Joe Burrow back, and this division all of a sudden becomes competitive.
Mhm.
So
Very much.
whoever wins this game really needs it, and I think the Ravens kind of need it more, being at where they're at as a team and the money that they've pooled into this team. So Derrick Henry 80 plus rushing yards at a minus 120, I feel like is great value, and I absolutely love it. I think he's going to run rampant on Sunday, so we're rolling with him.
Yeah, I think the Ravens might dominate that game. I,
It's very weird that the spread is a 6 point spread, which
yeah,
really kind of tells you how injured the Steelers really are. If two 6-6 teams and a tie, whichever team wins that game goes into first, and it's almost a 7 point spread. Just going through like the Steelers inactive list, it kind of shows you like they think that the Ravens are going to beat the brakes off these guys.
the 6.5, 7 point spread I'm looking at this week is Atlanta at home with Seattle coming to the East Coast on a 1 o'clock game. Watch out for
Yes.
that one. Watch out for Atlanta to cover that game for no reason. But
Yes, I also think too that that Bengals Bills game right now is at about 6.5 to 7, and the
yeah,
Bills just got a nice win last week. But at the same time, this Bengals team they need to win,
hmm
and this I know
Burrow's
the over in
back.
that game is like 54, and that game might be like a 31 to 27, 34-31 type game because the Bengals are going to come out gunning in that game. That's another one to
I
be
ex
on the lookout for.
I expect that game to be within a touchdown for sure, like 100%. That's going to be a tight game to the end. But let's rip over to our anytime touchdowns. What do you got?
So I got Colby Parkinson. That's the LA Rams tight end. He's a plus 190 this week against the Cardinals. So we're gonna roll with him.
Perfect, perfect. I'm going with tight end, another one. Kyle Pitts, Falcons. He's a plus 250 on Fanatics. Parlay those together, it's a plus 915. Lock those in. You have anything else to add?
I think that's about it. I mean, I know if Angelo does give us a pick, then we'll add that in there. But if it's just us, then we're gonna roll with that and we're gonna hit another
Absolutely.
one. That's
Yeah.
that's the only way I see it.
Yep.
And yeah.
We're good. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.